Recording live from somewhere. It is the world famous TITT. It's home team in the motherfucking house.
No question.
Davis backwards and who? State your name, gangsta.
Philmatic 365, aka the season's almost here, boy.
The season. As always, we are recording courtesy of ourselves, but always giving a shout out to our affiliates. Philmatic. That's right. Let them know. The Generals, best damn sports show on the internet. Salute to them. The War Room, which you can catch live from 6 to 8 Thursdays. Eastern Standard Time. And John Appetit, who has recently gotten a little bit of love, man. They're getting some love out in these streets. They were recently acknowledged as one of the top Philly podcasts that you need to be listening to right now.
As they are.
So that was cool to see. So
shout out to Roy and Chanel.
Definitely. And Phil, I had the opportunity to sit down with Roy a couple weeks ago and kick it with him and Chris live for their show, the Broad Street Line. That was a great time.
Yeah, that was dope. I tuned in.
Yeah, no, it was fun, man. And Roy, he definitely said tissue in the tape like 50 times for us.
I know he always shows his love.
Definitely shows his love, man. So we definitely appreciate that. And he promised me, because I actually had dinner with him and Chris a couple of days after the show.
Yeah,
he said that he's gonna make it his mission to get you on the show within the next, in the near future. And he actually figured out a way that he can make it happen very easily. That it just dawned on him. So he's gonna talk to you about it.
Let's get it. I'm ready. Fat boy delights in the
there were some restraints on it at first, and he had like an epiphany when we were talking about it. He was like, "Oh wait, I could just okay." He's like, "We got it." So salute again to the War Room, John Appetit, Sal Freckles, doing some amazing work out there.
Dope.
Man. Please, these are all people that you can check out on Twitter and Instagram. Don't be shy. As well as Tally and Twine.
Yes. They were out in Cali at the ESPYs, man. So
yeah, it's a big deal.
Shout out to them,
Shout out to Randy.
Pieces.
That's right, Randy and the whole fam.
And definitely shout out to them, man. They're doing a very cool thing, man, to help kids get ready for back to school, get footwear, man. You can go on Facebook on the Italian Twine page, and they're matching up to $1,000 for all the donations. So definitely we'll put the link in our in the show bio. But that's real dope, man. Gotta take care of the kids, man.
Yeah, for sure. The more that I see stuff like that, the more excited I get about some of the things that we're planning to do, and hopefully we can extend some of our contributions to people that are definitely in need of it and deserve it. I mean, let's be honest. It's not just the need part, but they deserve it.
No doubt, man. And hold on, gotta give one more shout out, man. Gotta give a shout out to our progeny, man.
Yeah.
Shout out 24 Jaded, man. She had the first episode of Let Me Put You on the series, man. So big shout out to her.
I loved it. She had the 2 guests on there, and she was holding it down just like she had been doing it for like 100 episodes.
Seasoned vet, yo.
Yeah,
no Richie Rich.
No, definitely. Salute to her, and we're looking forward to doing part 3 of
old school, new school. Need to learn though.
But no, she's doing big things. Shout to her. Shout to Ivy. Man, we just all of the TITT alumni, man. Tissue in the Tape alumni is out here getting it in these streets, man. Torre's got an EP he's out there letting people listen to.
His podcast is banging, man, with him and his
Family
daughter.
Matters. Salute to Tor. And man, we're just excited to be here to actually record live and get some things off our chest because, man, there's a lot going on, man.
A whole lot.
Before we get into it, definitely a big shout to Vanya of I Still Love Her.de. Our last episode featured her. We had an opportunity to break bread with her for the second time. And you know, as always, she just brings this type of calmness, this type of chill that you just you can't fake it, man. She's got to be a cool person to
Yeah,
hang with.
she's definitely the coolest kid in the room, man.
For sure. So no, definitely salute to her. And again, one of our past guests. If you haven't listened to the episode with Kill Ripken, please do. Eternal Affairs representer. He has a project out, of course. It's more rap, and he's working on some other things. So, Filmatic, man, we're at episode 1. What is this? 196
no,
or 196 or 195?
195.
What was Vanya? Vanya was 195.
Yeah, this is 196.
196, man. We're slowly approaching 200, man. We
gotta do something big, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is yet, but
we gotta figure something out for 200 for the people. Without any further ado, man, let's get into it. Tit for tat.
Let's get it.
You know, pound for pound, toe to toe, blow for blow, round for round. Shout to Mr. Cheeks. This is tit for tat. For those that aren't aware, we're gonna just free associate a little bit. Just pick one or the other. No answer is right or wrong, but we're definitely gonna let each other know how we feel about these subjects.
Let's get it.
Filmatic. The first one right here is worst idea. R. Kelly's I Admit, or taking it back to OJ's If I Did It, ... What's the worst idea?
So a knife in the gut or
oh no.
A knife in the gut or
yeah, shot to the head.
Yeah. Yo, man, these two niggas, man.
I know where I'm going with that. I'm still gonna go with Orenthal James, man. If I Did It, that's one of the dumbest concept / botched ideas ever.
Okay, I don't know.
At least still there was like a shadow of a doubt, you know, and people would just, you know, I mean, there's still people that think
there was no shadow.
There's still people that think he didn't do it, man.
No, there's no. Hold on. Time out. There is nobody on this sweet earth that thinks OJ Simpson did not stab the shit out of those people.
So there's
people that just
there are some caveats. So there are some caveats because it has to be of a certain age too. So like if you weren't born before 1985, I would not expect for you to get what it would take for you to understand, you know, like the severity of it, and like if you were less than the age of 9 when all of this stuff was going on, you probably just don't get it that much. Yeah. You would have to be an old soul to really understand.
This was the biggest thing on the planet. Like, take whatever you think is the most
important story.
The most important story of your lifetime.
Yeah.
And
but
then,
for some people, it's like the royal wedding that just happened a couple months ago. That's like the biggest thing that's happened in there.
All right, so I'm trying to think, like, the reason why we have like 24-hour news cycles is largely in part due to this trial.
For sure.
Like, they didn't really exist in the way that you
know. No, TV used to go off.
Yeah, that was a thing. But even like CNN was 24 hours, but they would just weren't. It wasn't this.
It wasn't new news.
No, it was recycling old shit and you know, like kind of like the human interest stories.
Sure.
You know, like everybody dropped with all this shit. They it's like on one of them videos where they try to pull the tablecloth from under the table. They cleared off the whole table and was like,
but even with that being the case, from what we know about Robert Kelly, and you know, neither one of us,
I just don't like that motherfucker.
Neither one of us have very much love for him. To be honest, I was a fan. I definitely you know, have grooved out to his music more than a few times, but it's definitely more difficult now to listen to what he previously did, and it's hard to separate the art from the artist in his respect, just because not only is he just like not complicit at all, he's just like in denial. It's like he just doesn't get it. I'm like, yo, is he really this dense, or is he just trying to, You know, like some people, they're just aloof. They just won't ever get it.
Man, remember on Sopranos when Uncle Junior was trying to fake like he was
yeah, exactly.
So he could stay out of jail.
Yeah,
that's R. Kelly, yo.
But
you know exactly what the fuck.
Yeah, he does though. He definitely does.
He's a creep in the worst sense of the word.
So coming back to it, worst idea. R. Kelly's. And I know you didn't listen. I didn't listen. I didn't even listen to it. And I listened to everything. But 19 minutes. Somebody said
what?
It's 19 minutes long. But somebody said that's surprising to me because R. Kelly almost never deals with anything over 18. Touche. I was like, touche, young lady.
Oh, wow.
Retweet.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Okay, so worst idea. R. Kelly's I Admit or OJ's If I Did It.
I'm still going with R. Kelly's only because OJ was actually going to get paid for that book. They were going to. He was going to get paid multi-millions to release that book.
Sure.
And he still got some money for writing it.
Yeah,
even though it never came out.
Jesus.
And
they sell like the bootleg manuscript online somewhere.
And there's no such thing as double jeopardy. So even if he could run around all he wants saying he did it right now, it can't go to jail.
But they ended up getting him in the long run.
I mean, yeah, they got him because he was.
That's how they were like, okay, we can't. There's no double jeopardy. We'll get you for something.
But he did that to himself, man. You just gotta
tuck it in.
Yeah, you gotta fat gangster that joint. And, get chubby and move to Miami and just forget about that Heisman.
Like, I would have been like, damn them trophies in them jerseys.
Yeah, everybody know you won the Heisman, nigga.
Right, exactly.
Just let them have that joint, yo.
Keep it moving. Okay, all right. So we're at.
You think Reggie Bush don't still say he won the Heisman?
Right, right. Vince Young didn't get it, by the way. So yeah, it's not like they pass it on to the next person.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're on opposing sides on that, and that's okay. I almost could side with you on another day if you ask me. What brings you more joy, man? Knowing that Made in America, which is going into like its 6th or 7th year on our beloved Ben Franklin Parkway, Center City, Philadelphia. It recently was stated that the mayor and he was getting pressure from people, of course, around the Parkway. They were saying that it's just time for it to move on. They didn't want it there, and they
that festival brings so much money into the city. That would have just been the stupidest fucking thing.
Exactly. So they actually did some talking. Cooler heads prevailed, and they actually showed them probably the profits that they were going to make, and that's probably what it was. And they were like, you know what? Okay, Jay, you're probably right. So Made in America will be remaining on the Parkway. Meek Mill will actually be able to bring the bikes out and do Dreams and Nightmares intro. Like he should be able to.
That joint is gonna be amazing.
It is gonna be, yeah. I mean,
I'll be tuning in
for sure. So that's happening. Does that bring you more joy than learning that Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame was destroyed, defamed?
That was,
and they put the beats to that joint, man.
That joint like Interstate 64, yo. I mean
they definitely. I mean, he's like he took the pickaxe, he took the ice pick, he took everything.
He went to town with that joint. He looked like the boy in the 49er logo. And I mean, I love it, yo. Of course, that brought me more joy. I thought about that being the cover of the episode.
That actually would have been kind of dope.
Oh, it still might be. That still might be a thing. Yeah.
The only thing that was missing was like copious amounts of human feces.
Oh,
that's what I was expecting for like him to just like pile it off, like just
top it off
with just mad, just
with a fresh number 2.
Yeah. Oh man, Tiffany Haddish style, just put it in a shoe. Put it, on the Walk of Fame. But no, seriously.
I loved it. Yo.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. But I'm gonna go with you on that one.
I hope they fix it.
And then somebody goes back and just does it again.
Tear that bitch up every time they go fixing it. Like remember the Joe Pesci joint? He's like, the time I'm getting out of jail, you'll be getting out your coma. Now crack your fucking skull again.
That's great.
Yo, shout out to Joe Pesci, man, for being the same dude in like 8 movies.
Man, the realest, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we agree on that one, man. For as much as it's good to see Jay as he continue to get his millions and he's remaining on the Parkway.
Yeah,
the Destroyer star, man. Yeah, man,
because because he's going to jail for that. He took one for the
he definitely did. Hopefully he gets out though.
Yeah, man, he'll be a hero in jail
for sure. All right, man. Speaking of jail, we have an individual that's been going to jail over the past few years for domestic violence. He's trying to put those Twitter fingers to action right now.
That's a lot of people, yo. That could be post.
Very true. Very true. Sadly, who's more petty, Curtis Jackson or Floyd Mayweather?
Two of my favorite people.
Who's not really junior, but he's junior, but he's not really junior because he doesn't share the same full name as his dad. But
yeah, I think he was Floyd Mayweather Jr. before they knew he was going to be one of the best boxers ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they was like, yeah, we got to sell this kid somehow, and then they realized, he could sell himself. But
yeah, for sure. So yeah, who's more petty, man? So they every now and then it's never gotten this bad where they're airing such dirty laundry and
this is.
It's kind of weird. Like, you never want to see this. Yeah, some of the bad hip hop breakups that we've seen, it's never gotten this bad.
This is like a lover's quarrel, yo. I don't
seriously though. Yeah, somebody said that like Dev was like, yo, like what? Like, oh, they broke up again, or what they break up about this time?
I mean,
and, they were so deeply rooted in each other's lives that they have seen and heard things that probably some of their closest confidants haven't really been privy to. And they're just airing all this stuff out. And it's like, I don't really want to see this. This is kind of weird, but who's more petty?
I gotta go with Floyd only because he has way too much money to be entertaining this fuck shit. I know he has nothing but time on his hands these days.
Sure.
So Curtis should be busy,
whatever he does,
making fantasy thug stories.
Nobody wants to hear those anymore, though.
But yeah, man, it gotta be Floyd, man, because his bag is way too big to be.
It's true.
To be dealing with.
He just stuck up the boxing viewing public for, in access of
$500 million.
Yeah. So
yeah, when you're clearing $500 million for 36 minutes of work, you shouldn't be engaging fighting with another man on Instagram.
I agree. The only reason I can't quite give it to him is because he's not actually doing any of the writing.
Murray
Lamb. Lamb is Lamm. Lamb. No B. Yeah.
Why would a B be in Lamb?
I gotta give it to 50 on this one, man. Why is he more petty? Just because it seems like he doesn't have anything else better to do. Although his movie career is kind of picking up, he has
But this was always 50. Like, this is him.
This is just his DNA. But just the way that he's producing court documents. He's saying that the unfortunate situation where one of Floyd's best friends killed himself, and the girl, it was because of Floyd, and he's just airing a lot of dirty laundry that's not quite. There's other people that are being affected.
There's only one real way to settle this.
Yeah, for sure. Get in the ring, huh?
Yeah. Get in there, Curtis.
Yeah, that wouldn't go well at all.
No, it wouldn't.
Even though 50 has him by
60,
a good 60, 70 pounds. It's still just different though.
Yeah. No, man. There's no way I don't care how big 50 is.
Yeah, it's
He's
still
gonna get
dope.
knocked. That
Oh, no
boy
question.
Floyd broke Big Show's nose, yo.
Oh yeah, and it was by mistake too.
Yeah, he hit him with a glancing blow.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
broke his nose. And for those that don't know, Big Show is big. He's 7 foot 500 in plus pounds. Yeah. Come on.
What I will say though, the things that they say you can't quite determine until you see the boxers fight is like reach and like just like punch power. So I mean, the tail of the tape would tell you a little bit, but only until you're actually able to see some of those blows be landed.
Man, he hit him with some of them gut shots.
No, that's on the tape. But yeah, I'm going with 50 on this one. But as far
Curtis
as
would have the thunder foot him.
As far as all that fighting stuff go, yeah, I got Floyd all day.
All day.
All day. Street fight, Nevada sanctioned bout, prize fight, whatever. It don't
Curtis
matter.
don't want none of that smoke.
I don't want that smoke.
That's why he in the safest place he can be, yo, on the other side of an iPhone, just far away from that man, yo.
Floyd, is he a Droid or Apple user?
Oh, Floyd definitely got a what you call that joint? He got a BlackBerry, yo, with the side scroll.
Oh, he might though. He had the what is it, the Virtu? Jalen Rose said that was the worst purchase he ever made. He had a $10,000 cell phone, the Virtu phone. Yeah, like that's the type of stuff that Floyd
got a sidekick, but it's gold though.
Yeah.
He got a gold plated sidekick.
Hey. All right. It seems like we're both on the other sides of that too.
It just got pictures on it though.
No words, no keyboard.
No keyboard. It just got pictures.
It's only talk to text. That's it.
Yeah, that won't work well either. But never mind.
All right, so
I don't want no smoke, champ.
Nah, me either. It's pretty easy to figure out where we're going to be on this one. As we're heading toward the season that you love so much, the season that I love has passed. It's currently a month in hiatus right now. So we're heading towards kind of a dull spot. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man.
But this Sunday that's coming up is going to be the last Sunday without actual football.
It's the sport of kings.
Next, like
diamond
for the next like 22 to 23 weeks, Philmatic. I know that that definitely gets you excited. But when you look at the schedule and you see that my Kansas City Chiefs are sitting right there,
week 3.
Last time it was week 5, and y'all escaped with the W in San Fran. But guess where this one is, Philmatic?
Arrowhead.
That's what it is for us, since we have we start the season in Los Angeles, and then after that we travel to Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's the home opener.
So guess what this is?
Oh wait, this homecoming?
I mean, this is where like all the people have been waiting all year for this. They're probably gonna start tailgating tomorrow.
All your rib eating Trump voters, they gonna be there. They gonna be here ready. Oh man, they trying to serve us up.
They normally make it within the first 5. Like, we've never played y'all late. It's always early.
Yeah, y'all got a rookie quarterback though, man. Y'all got a
technically not, but yes.
Technically not. No, he's a second-year quarterback, but it'll be his first home start. That's a lot of pressure. It
is. Hopefully he will have learned a lot in those first 2 weeks, and being at home will ease him a little bit. Let's hope for that.
That's a lot of people to be throwing in front of kid. I'm gonna be texting him all week. I'm gonna
find his number.
I'm gonna be calling him late at night. Yo.
So we already know it's Niners Chiefs.
Let's get it.
But what's the score that you predict and why? And we're gonna archive this so that we can go back.
Yeah. I got us, because we could very well be 0-2 coming in there. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna need this win because we start with Minnesota.
Gotta have it.
All right. So I got us I'm going with 24-20. A late pick by Mahomes seals the victory for us.
Okay. I'm going a little bit higher as far as it. I'm going to say 31-27.
Okay.
Chiefs touchdown drive to win it at the end. Pat Mahomes.
Oh, young boy won this.
Yeah. In the Pat Mahomes era officially. I think we might go into this 0-2 because we're definitely losing at Pittsburgh. And the Chargers are.
They might not have Le'Veon. Le'Veon might not show up.
It don't even matter. The Steelers own the Chiefs. So I think we might go into this 0-2, and then he just finds a way to get it done at home, and I'll be looking forward to it, man.
See, you know who I'm nervous about, man. Tyreek Evans, man. Yeah, man. Because we don't have anybody that can cover that kid.
That's all good. But yeah, no, it'll definitely be fun. Hopefully we can watch it simulcast.
Oh yeah,
that'll be fun. But we will be updating with this. Phil said 24-20. And I said 31-27.
31-27.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Our last one in tit for tat, man. We were once upon a time we were fans of MTV. MTV showed us love. They had MTV Raps. They had MTV Jams.
Yeah, even Black.
Just all types of things that MTV brought to the table that made it reputable in our eyes.
Yep. They had Lala and Ananda Lewis. Shout out to Ananda.
Some sneaky ones too.
Yo, Google Ananda Lewis. In my original OG Downtown Julie Brown.
She was sneaky.
Yeah.
But now when you turn on MTV and the hip hop that you see is Tyga and Lil Yachty on Fear Factor, hosted by Ludacris.
And don't forget Chanel West Coast.
And Chanel West Coast. Thank you. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to ask you this. Was it embarrassing, or are you so far removed away from that type of rap culture that doesn't bother you?
No,
when you see a guy like Lil Yachty who's able to actually make millions of dollars off of rapping, but he definitely has the type of persona and the type of, I guess, personality that wouldn't have cut it years ago.
Now, I'm not even mad at it, to be 100% honest with it. If you would have asked me this a couple years ago, I'd have been like, oh, this is the end of the world.
Sure.
I'm not though. I'm a grown man. He's a kid.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing the same shit. Because one of us, if we're both doing the same shit, I'm definitely fucking up. Because I shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
Right.
And if he's doing what I'm doing, he's not. He hasn't lived his life as a kid. I mean, it's okay to mature and handle your business.
Sure.
But enjoy your time as a
you.
Kid.
Like this is where you learn who you are, and I think he's at that stage where he's doing that now.
I'm not mad at him, and he has an opportunity to be on MTV. He's it's multiple platforms, even because they're not on there for music. You very rarely see music on MTV. So if this is the way to get, it's just another example of us what we say that everything is hip hop. So Fear Factor, the fact that it's hosted by Luda, multi-platinum, hip hop artists,
dare I say legend?
I mean, he has the resume to stand on.
For sure.
But yeah, so I mean, it was just cool to see the
I thought it was cool,
even out of that element, even though he took mad long to he OD. I mean, if you see the clip, just pick up the motherfucking frog. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've touched worse shit than that in your lifetime. I mean, you touch your hair every day, so just pick up the fucking frog.
But it's like when you see stuff like that, it's like you're in such a adolescent. Like it just looked at me. I'm like, man, you ain't never finger pop nothing. Like, that's almost. If you talk about things that are weird to touch, like, man, grab the turtle, man.
Yeah, I mean, like he was listening.
You ain't never had no woman's juices on your hands.
Hold on. We might have to change the name of the episode. Yo, just grab the turtle.
Grab the turtle, dog. Yo, just grab the turtle.
Yo, I don't even know what that means. But yo, I'm gonna be saying it now. Yo, like yo, hey man, fuck it, just grab the turtle.
Like yo, like just. But no, here's the question, or here's the tit for tat. It wasn't about that, but it was fear factor hoes. Ludacris or Joe Rogan?
Oh man,
who's the better one for your money?
I'm going with everybody black, man. Like Joe Rogan. I mean, he's the OG and everything. But
you know, I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Shout out to Tyrone Biggles, yo. That's one of the greatest skits ever, yo. That dude pulled the newspaper over him and was laying on the roaches, yo. Oh man, but no, Joe Rogan, like, cause he took like pure delight in these people's fears.
He did.
You know, Luda gets some humor out of it, but I think he's a little more freaked out by it.
Yeah.
Too, but I'm still going with Luda just cause, you know, it's hip hop and his melanin is the same as mine.
That's true. I'm going with Luda too, but I just wanted to say I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan. It's a nice way to put it.
Classic, yo.
All right, so there you go. You guys know where we stand on this. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't, but all in all, no answers wrong.
Cold-blooded.
Unity. Okay, so we'll take it to the most beautifulest thing that we saw since the last time we spoke to you guys, and this was a no-brainer, Filmatic.
Easy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like when we see our fellow heat holder, we see our brother DJ Rick G's out there. You know, there's a point of pride that we can't quite describe just because we saw this 20 years ago.
Yep, we knew.
You know, and to see it at this level, at this stage, is just something that you like, yo, it's like what's good for my brother is good for me type of thing. And,
absolutely.
The type of success he's enjoying, I'm just so happy for him. But this was a no-brainer, man. When we heard, you know, that Pusha T was going to be on the Tonight Show and he was going to have the Roots behind him, it's like, well, okay, that's cool, but
yeah, can't have a party without the DJ.
You gotta have the DJ. He's actually done a few performances. He did Jimmy Kimmel. That's right. That's when he did If You Know You Know, but yeah. I don't think Ma wasn't a part of that. So it was like, all right, like Fallon is the look that we appreciate because of course the Roots and because it's the show that we watch. All right, what's gonna happen? And then when we saw him on there, dude, like what did you think? First of all, what did you think about the performance?
Oh,
the overall
Santorini is you know, like it's only 7 songs, but it's probably my second favorite song on the album. Right after you know. But so seeing them perform that, but just the energy and then with the band and having Shake with them also.
Yeah.
It just the whole performance, and then G's doing the ad-libs, it was dope. And then it was hot when he was like he made sure he turned his hat around so you could see he had the Sixers hat on repping the city. Yeah. G's is all Philly everything. So
that's right.
It was just dope to see, man. I'm always happy to see my dude doing what he loves, man. So it was great, man.
No, I agree. Of course, it's always great when you can get the Roots involved in it.
Absolutely.
Because the energy that they bring and everything, even though they've had so many iterations of themselves, if you can get either one of those guys, whether it be Thought, the double whammies, if you get Thought and
like one of the early performances on the on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, when the clips were on there.
Yes,
the version of Grinding with Black Thought
with his verse.
Yeah,
amazing.
Bird flu, swan flu, any type of animal.
Yeah. So that was just great for us to see. Almost equally, man. The love fest that we saw happen in my home, area, in your current area. Man, there was a lot of love going on in the Cavalier Hotel in Virginia Beach over the weekend.
757 man had the nuptials on deck. You know what I mean? Had the feather and fin.
Had the feather and fin, man. Shout out to the homie. The homie is like Norm in that joint. So even he, for all of his disdain for certain things that pertain to the clips and whatnot, even he was like, you know what?
Yeah,
he gets a little bit of props for that.
Yeah, that was fire, man. They had for those that don't know, man, because that's that's near there. Feather and Fin is a local. It's local 2757. It's a chicken and fish restaurant.
Yeah,
that's just fire. And then they got
shouldn't eat there every day. Let's make this clear. You should not eat there every day. Shout out to the homie again. You should not eat there every day.
No, you will die.
However, if it is a treat or it is something,
it is a professional fat boy delight.
Yes, if you enjoy this, it's something that you can definitely attribute to the area as one of the great things. Just the culture that you get from the parking lot, being in the parking lot, being actually in there. It really is Virginia to its core.
Yes. What you get when you go there?
I always get the boneless breast combo with cheese and a pink lemonade.
You soft.
I mean, every now and then I'll get a 4-piece. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta get a 4-piece.
Yeah, every now and then.
Sides.
Yeah, every now and then.
I get a I get the sweet tea because that's just how.
Yeah, sweet tea is cool, but you gotta get the pink lemonade though.
I'll get a pink lemonade and bring that joint home just because off the strength. But I always gotta get a tea because I need.
The tea's good too.
Oh yeah. They be having pie, man.
Yeah, I mean, I took my wife. I've been raving about this for for however many months and years until she finally visited, and then she was just like, "Oh, okay, it's chicken," and I was like, "Yeah, you just don't get," because she sat in the car while I got it, like she didn't get the full experience.
No, man, you gotta go in, man, and you gotta get the ambiance. Yo, they need T-shirts. Oh,
they do.
I would so cop one.
Oh, me too. What? I would literally get one tomorrow. But yeah, no. Shout to shout to Pusha. I mean, the Q rating of his actual now wife, it went through the roof when the biggest entertainer on earth.
Don't say her name. We don't want no smoke.
Yeah, look, I was like, when the biggest entertainer on earth mentioned her name, I'm not gonna say it. But no, when he uttered that line, make it ring, like I was like, ooh, okay. That brought the story of Adidon out. So she will forever go down in hip hop lore in a sense for that. But it was great to see Pharrell be the best man. It was even better to see No Malice be the officiant over the.
You don't even feel right saying that, do you?
I don't, but I have to. I don't just
out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect. But no, it was great to just see that, and I think Fab performed there. Like rappers that are his friends, they're like, yo, you gotta perform. I'm so into you at my wedding, yo. And he's like, okay, whatever. I think he did it at Kevin Hart's wedding too. And Clark Kent on the ones and twos, like, I mean, it's just a great experience, man. And it was great to see.
Definitely dope, man. And man, that got me into my clips bag, man. I was going down.
What are you rocking to right now? You clips?
Yeah, I went through the whole discography. I mean, the Re-Up Gang joints, the Pusha solos.
Is that peak Pusher?
What, Re-Up Gang?
Yeah, like Volume 1, Volume 2.
Volume 1, Volume 2. That's strong.
Is that like him?
That's right around
the peak of his powers?
Yeah, Hell Have No Fury. It was in between Hell Have No Fury and Till the Casket Drops, and then those. No,
Volume 1 and Volume 2, because remember they were waiting to put it out.
So they came before.
Yeah, it came out before Hell Have No Fury.
Yeah, and then
that's peak.
Yeah, that's peak.
Now I know that I almost agree with you, but with Daytona being as good as it is, isn't he as best as you heard him now too, though?
I think
because he literally did not miss a bar, a breath.
Let's be clear. His song,
nothing.
The quality of his songs are at their peak right now. But as far as him rhyming and being the peak of his MC powers, where you had to be like, yo, he's he's that guy.
Well, because remember, people used to be like, "Oh, Eclipse, some boys can rap, da 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 da," and then like I have friends now that are huge Pusha fans now, but around that time, that was almost like 13 years ago. They were saying, "Oh, the nice one with the braids, the one with the braids, the one with the braids." Like he still was just like still not quite at that level. And then after we got it for cheap, they were like, "Oh, Pusha." It wasn't like the one with the braids or the younger one. It was like Push. It wasn't like.
I mean, he was always nice, so that's not what we're saying. But it was just like he took it to a different level, a different degree of homicide.
Yeah, no, it's a great way to put it. But again, I mean, it was just great to just see all these things happen. Like they were on the Tonight Show like Thursday. His wedding was Saturday. And just like you said, like you went back to the discography, like we kind of had a moment to just realize like what these guys have meant to hip hop over the past like 16 years, 17 years.
Yeah, shout out to the homie VA Mo, man, for being like our window in to see all these great things and going on. She was
that was great.
She was pushing. She like kind of hosted the wedding. She's one of his best friends, so definitely a super dope person. So definitely shout out to her, man. We gotta get her on the show, man, because
I'd love to, man. That would be great. Man.
Mo, stop fronting on us.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, man. Just one time for the whole 757, I got to do it. That's how I felt after I saw it. In a good way, though. Yeah. We're gonna take this moment now to actually play you a track that we are elated to share with you. If you're not familiar with this track now, before you will be after this. We had the opportunity to listen to this a couple times before the show, and if you had to describe it in one word, what would you say?
Fucking phenomenal, man. Like, it doesn't really get too much better than when you get like the best MCs in the world. And you get a collection of them on one song. That's kind of what we got here, man. 1 in a million, man.
What more can you say? This is probably the ability. If Page Kennedy wanted to do this again, he probably could not get this done. So
do we want him to just hear it, or are we going to let him know who's on the track?
Why don't we go ahead and let them hear who's on the track, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Gotcha. All right, so you just heard 1 in a million. And
wow.
So you got Elza, you got Annoy, and you got Nick Grant on the track.
How did he do that, man?
Yo, who does he know? He must be the real Noriega, and they must owe him 100 favors, because that's an ill ass lineup. When you're talking about MCs,
who had the best verse?
That's not fair.
I know.
I got to listen to it a couple words. I mean, just off of first listen, if I you can't really go wrong. But I'm gonna go with L. I'm gonna go with L.
He's always like the prohibitive favorite on any track that he's on. He's just ridiculous. Although Annoyed, when like the one thing about him is, and same thing with all three of them, when you go back and listen to his verse again, you're gonna be like, you're gonna catch like 10 things that was just like,
I got like I'll probably listen to it after we do this, and then I'll probably say Annoy had the best verse. It's just one of them things, but
like, shout out to Nick Grant though too, who's definitely on the come up. He has one of the best projects that came out this year. So does Annoy.
You keep him by
and so does LZI. I mean, when you look at some of the best projects, those three names are going to be at the top of the list of the year. So, salute to Page Kennedy, man.
Man. Shout out to Page Kennedy, man.
How to do
that? That's a pretty official ass lineup, on one track.
Yeah. So we just flipped the tape to side B, Philmatic. We're back. everybody, we are excited to bring you the second half of our show. This is episode 196, as we told you before, on side A. Here we are, Tissue and the Tape, still doing our thing. Always giving a shout out to everybody that represents us.
Absolutely.
At Tissue and the Tape is at Philmatic365 and it's at Davis Backwards. And we do have our website that is on the way, we promise. One thing that we're looking forward to doing, of course, is for women. Not doing for women, because that was that sounded bad. But doing this segment that's called For Women. Philmatic. Just had a Ron Burgundy moment.
Yeah, be nice to one of these niggas.
Stay classy.
I was like, YouTube vibe? Oh,
no, not me too. Not at all.
No, that's not what we do at the Tissue, man. We like to celebrate the achievements.
I have been told that this is one of the favorite segments of a few of our listeners, and it was great to hear that, just because a lot of times we do things and we don't necessarily know how people feel about it. But
yeah, we always like the feedback. Just watch them out.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm an artist.
Sensitive about my shit.
That's right. But no, we love to give the big ups and the shout outs to the ladies, because
absolutely,
honestly, like, there's so much that they do on top of all the other stuff that they do, that is just, and it's not just in hip hop, but it's, like I said, we try to highlight, them in politics,
across the board,
in technology, and just overall
in sports and
activism, empowerment, everything. So since you said sports first, let's talk about Liz, man.
Yeah.
I will admit to you, for as big as a hoops fan that I am, I will watch an old man and an old lady play one-on-one for their hearts out in a parking lot. Seriously, like I just love basketball. I can watch anybody play it and get some type of enjoyment out of it. I don't quite feel that way about the WNBA, but there are times where I can watch it and I can, be cool with it. If I was able to watch Liz Cambage put up 53 points to get the franchise record for most points in a game and the league record for points in the game, I think I probably would have liked it.
Definitely did, man. It was definitely unexpected. Yeah, because like she had been in the WNBA briefly, and then she had went on basically like a world tour of basketball. She played in like China, played in Australia, a couple other places. Then before coming back to the WNBA, the scouting report says she couldn't hit threes. I think she was like 8 of 11, something like that.
Super efficient,
efficient. Yeah, it was like she was like 16 for like 22 or something. It was something like real crisp. I mean,
53 points is good anywhere. I don't care where you are.
Yeah, I don't. Unless it's unless you're in the big baller league, then 53 points is like 7.
But if you do that in a big baller league and your last name is Ball, that means you took 53 shots to get 53. So that's another thing. But to just give you an idea of how great this feat is, when it comes to most points in an WNBA game, she's now number 1 with 53, but also she is atop of a list that includes such names as Diana Taurasi, who's like the female Kobe.
Yeah.
And I hate to do that, but I mean that's to give people an idea of what she means.
Yeah, for those who are familiar with Taurasi's work, that's her like her male counterpart.
Yeah, she's a Mamba. Lauren Jackson, who definitely had her share of things. So Diana had 47 once upon a time in 2007. Lauren Jackson had 47. Our girl, our woman crush, whatever you want to call it. We actually just talked about her a couple episodes ago. Maya Moore.
Need the shoes money.
48 a few years ago in 2014. She had 48. Reek Williams, not familiar with her work, but she had 51 back in
50.
Yeah. So Liz Cambage, we give a salute to you from Tissue and the Tape. The Dallas Wings. That's the set she reps.
And here's her 17 for 22, 4 for 5 from 3, 15 of 16 from the free throw line.
You know, I love that when you can get your freebies.
And she had 10 rebounds for good matchup and 5 blocks. Get that shit out of here. Shout out to Liz.
That's exactly what she said, man. She said, "Yo, y'all must have forgot, yo." He's like, "Don't let this fool you." Like, I gets it in, but no. Shout out to Liz. Our next lady that we're going to talk about just very briefly is Representative Karen Bass. The district that she actually represents is one of the most notable ones in America. She's out of California, and it's the 39th congressional district, which she's responsible for. And for those that don't know, it's in California, and I mean, it's just where you would go if you were in Southern California. You would probably make your way through her district. So she has a lot of very influential counties like Los Angeles County, Orange County, San Bernardino. So, you know, like all the Calabasas songs and references and all that.
That's all her.
That's all her basically. But she recently made a trip out to the border down in Texas. Just because she just needed to see some things with her own eyes, and she just really wanted to be an advocate for what's going on down there. Just because, you know, as we spoke about on the show before, the Keep Families Together Act shouldn't even be a thing. Like, that shouldn't even be a thing. There shouldn't have to be a law that says keep families together, because
the whole idea of family is, you know, is keeping your relatives in, you know, one single unit.
Exactly. So she went to the processing center that's actually not that far from my house in Brownsville, Texas.
When you say not that far from your house,
I mean, it's a few hours south. It's right near the border, and I'm only about 4 hours away from the border of Mexico.
Wow. So, yeah, that is, you know.
I mean, yeah, in relative terms, it's pretty close. So she went down there and she said it you know, it was just disheartening just because there's literally cages where they're keeping these children, and they're separated from their families, and you know, it's just not good. You got women that are pregnant, that, you know, that have other children or don't have other children, or just whatever. It's just the conditions that they're being put through right now are just not good. And you know, dude that we made light of earlier, there's a reason why people are defacing and destroying things that have his name and his likeness.
Yeah, man.
And these are
it's
some of the
things
reasons.
like this.
Parental rights is something that is just a fundamental human right. You know, obviously when things go awry, the courts get involved, but you have the right to be able to be with your child no matter what. If you've done all the things that you need to do, and just the fact that you're from another country or you don't have the correct paperwork, that's not the reason to separate someone from their child.
Yeah, when no harm is being done to the child.
Yeah.
You know,
that's just ridiculous.
That's not, and you shouldn't be separating a child from their parents.
So I just wanted to bring her name up and just give her a shout, just because it's people like her that are trying to make some
bringing light to this, to get
light to the situation,
these families back together and keep them from being separated to begin with.
Yeah. There's about 2,000 children right now that remain separated, and you know, hopefully, you know, that number dwindles down to 0 and everybody can get back to you know, just what Phil said as far as the meaning of family, and that's being together. You know, that's what it's about. Representative Karen Bass is someone that we salute. Jasmine Lawrence is another young lady that's out there doing her thing.
Young money.
We talked about her story, and we just talked about all the things that she's been able to do in the short time that she's actually been here. It's pretty remarkable. She started. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
great.
go ahead. I was gonna say when she signed the Young Money, I don't mean
Yeah,
YMCB,
no, not that.
CMB. No,
No.
not that. But go ahead, tell them.
She started a multi-million-dollar company, Eden Body Works, when she was 11 years old. She's been featured on numerous national magazines, but just more prominently on the actual Oprah show. And then now her dream was to always be a technical program manager. And she's actually doing that now for Facebook. But she's also worked in that capacity for SoftBank Robotics, for Microsoft slash Xbox, something that we're kind of fond of. And she's created some social experiences that we actually use ourselves that we didn't even know she was responsible for in terms of Mixer. A lot of
On
people out there.
Xbox One.
Yeah. So
Yo,
very, very cool to hear someone that we didn't even know, had such a lengthy resume is in so many different areas, not just tech, but also just in entrepreneurship and providing the Eden Body Works. I was telling you, like the testimonials that I've read, it's like people were just like, man, like this is the next best thing.
she started when she was 11.
Yeah.
When I was 11, I was giving noogies to my little cousins, and I mean, it's like,
yeah.
yo, 11, like to
Yeah.
be that skilled at something to where it makes you a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing but salute her.
So she just gave a shout out. There was a question. It was just like, how do you build and maintain relationships in the industry? And she said there's so many different ways for you to do that. And I found this interesting because she's just like, there's employee resource groups and also mentoring programs as well. But there's a lot of external groups. The National Society of Black Engineers, that's a thing. Grace Hopper is a thing. The Tapia Conference goes on every year. That's a thing. CES, and of course South by Southwest.
Message.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of different areas out there for young Black and brown women, men, to be able to strive and look forward to, and then also see people that look like them, that are doing things that they're interested in.
We need more of that.
Yeah. So again, Jasmine Lawrence, when we actually do our post about this, we'll post, her handle, and you can see what she's doing and all that. But definitely a big salute to her. Our last lady that we're going to talk about is really quickly. If you watch CBS television,
you're 108.7 years old.
You know how HBO says it's not TV, it's HBO. Well, CBS is the total opposite. It is TV. It's CBS.
It's TV over and over and over again, yo. Again and again.
Yo,
they're bringing back Murphy Brown, yo.
Oh no, they're not.
Yeah, they're rebooting Murphy Brown and Magnum PI.
Not with Murphy though, right? It's just a new.
No, with Murphy.
With Murphy. Not with Murphy.
Yo, and they redoing Magnum PI, yo.
Yo, her voice was almost unbearable before. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Her voice was crunchy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's terrible. That is terrible. So anyway, if you do watch CBS television, more than likely you either watch like Criminal Minds or CSI or everybody's favorite NCIS. NCIS. Diona Reasonover. She's actually going to take over the role of the forensic specialist that had the pigtails. That girl. She's taking over her role, and it's a big deal just because Paulie Perrette was someone that people they didn't know who she was necessarily, but they recognized her based off of her signature look.
Yeah. The goth look.
Yeah, the goth look, basically. So she's taking over as the full-time forensic scientist. And she's just, the scenes that I've seen that she was on, she just stood out. So I'm looking forward to her. She's only 26. She's just getting started with this. And, I'm looking forward to her having a long run because, there's going to be this is season 16 that they're going into. It's probably gonna be another 16 seasons of this, so she'll probably be a seasoned vet.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, by the time NCIS is over with and all said and done, so good for her.
Another Richie Rich shout out, yo.
Not double, not motherfucking double. Oh, gee, baby.
Where you from? Oakland, smoking.
So again, Karen Bass, salute. Liz Cambage, salute. Jasmine Lawrence, salute. And Diona Reasonover, salute. Tissue cares if what?
Don't nobody else care.
That's right. So this is the season, Philmatic. This is the season.
Let's get it.
We just talked about week 3 of the NFL. It is becoming somewhat of a guilty pleasure for a lot of us just because of the fuckery that's been going on with the NFL owners and all the things that they've been doing to turn lifelong fans like you and, fans like me off. They're doing everything in their power to make us feel guilty about spending our time watching a sport that is so enjoyable to watch. There's so much nuance. There's so much behind the scenes stuff. There's so much psychological warfare that goes on besides trying to take a ball from someone else or throw a ball down the field and catch it. Like, there's so much that goes into the NFL. I know that's why you like it so much. That it's just deeper than just
X's and O's.
X's and O's. It's really a psychological, tug of war in a sense.
Yeah, man.
And it's a sport that, at face value, it's kind of brutal, but when you get into the intricacies of it, it's great. It's more of a thinking game than anything. It's cat and mouse.
This is the white rhino, though. It's
right.
It's slowly but surely.
It's getting to that point, man. I don't ever think I would see the day where you wouldn't be just totally geeked about the season. But as we start to get through these last couple seasons, I just see it on your face, man.
That like I would normally have an eye black on right now. Like, like it was. But yo, it's so disheartening. I mean, as a black man in America, to see. I mean, we know what they think about us, but just to have it blatantly thrown in your face, and then say it's like somebody, calling you a nigga and be like, oh, and then trying to sell you,
pizza.
Yeah, like, yeah, we see you, Papa, and fuck you too, Hulk Hogan. Just nice try, Terry.
He tried.
Yeah, man, it's so crazy. And then just the blatant disrespect for the players, and then not only on a racial level, but just on a physical and mental health level. Like this game is physically destroying these dudes. They know it's destroying these dudes, yet they try to pretend like it's not. They're still trying to justify. Like, I mean, I'm of the mindset, like, just be straight with it. Like, yo, this can potentially cause you severe brain damage if you choose to play this game. We're going to pay you a lot of money, and it's totally up to you. And just be real with it. And then some people are going to say, yo, it's not worth the risk. Some people are going to do it regardless. You're always going to have, I mean, it's just like boxing and ultimate fighting and, every other dangerous ass thing that you could possibly do, race car driving, and the inherent risk. But like for years, I feel bad for all the people. For years, they hid the risk and then tried to, spend hundreds of millions of dollars fighting science, saying like, oh, there's no link between football and, CTE and all this thing. And then once Tell the Truth came out, it was just like, all right, you gotta face the facts. So now players today have always likened it to cigarettes. They have much more knowledge about what's happening to their body. So knowing that kids are not, are being steered away from football, rightfully so in my opinion, probably shouldn't do full contact until they get much older, to give their bodies a chance to even develop. Because I lived in Florida, man, coached those kids. they just run in head first. They brains not even fully developed all the way, and they just collide, and it's crazy. But all that being said, I am a football fan. I understand the risk. I hope the people playing it understand the risk of the game.
Well, one of the best things that
It's just
happened was the a couple of the last times that we've had DJ Rick G's on. The first time he was just like, until the Eagles get rid of Chip Kelly, I'm not rocking with him no more.
And he didn't.
Right, he didn't. And then when all this stuff happened with just like the owners insulting, everybody that basically wasn't white, he said, I'm definitely not rocking. Super Bowl 52. It shows you the power of the game itself, and also the power of just sports in general.
Yeah, man, because that's something like if you know G's, and most of our friends, or a good portion of our friends, these dudes have waited their entire life for that moment, like literally their entire life, and their parents have waited, in a lot of cases, almost their entire life, if not their entire life, for that moment. Everybody in their families have waited their entire life for that moment. So to actually have it happen, and then have it happen in the way it did, and who they beat for that moment to happen. The Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. It's funny. Jer posted today. He was like, "Yo, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so anything is possible." It's giving people
it's replaced. You can live through anything if Magic made it. Like it's definitely replaced that now.
Yeah, like the KG, anything is possible. Yeah. That's gone. It's like the Eagles won the Super Bowl,
So we've said all that to say that a game that we have been playing for over how many years have we been playing Madden now?
It's over 25. It's close
over
to 30.
25 years. Yeah, close to 30 years. Madden 19. And what I will say, for as big as Antonio Brown's personality is, his children stole the show from him when he was on Jimmy Kimmel to announce it. They stole the show. I mean, like, to see someone with such a big personality be reduced to what he did there, I was like, man, that's got to be dope for him as far as to see his kids like that. But I don't think he said 10 words.
No, they definitely broke it down.
But that was cool to see, though, man. Shout to AB. Definitely takes pride in being
definitely deserved it.
Stand-up dad
in the league.
Best receiver in the league. His numbers stack up to Jerry Rice's until you start to look at Super Bowl wins and touchdowns. Yeah, he's about 60 touchdowns short right now.
And then Jerry after 30, yo. This is not about Jerry, but dude after 30, those after 30 stats are insane. But
no, it is.
Shout out to AB, because
it just gives you an idea of how
good AB is.
Yeah. Exactly. To be in that same breath, but
Tony
still, yeah. So the soundtrack came out, and this is something that we always look at, because when we're playing a game, we want to at least hear something that we like, or sometimes they even put us on the artist. A lot of times.
Who was the first hip hop dude on Madden? Go.
The first hip hop dude on Madden,
Luda.
Yeah. And he actually still has one of the best theme songs by far.
Yeah, that joint was
not even close.
They don't do that no more, man. They should bring that back.
So it sounds like Quavo has a role in this happening this year. He may have
in the game.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
Mother. But it sounds like Quavo. He said that he wanted to kind of replicate that same energy that Luda had so many years ago, Madden 2000. So we'll see. I'm not too confident, but let me just run down the list of some of the artists that are actually. Remember when they used to try to throw those bands in there and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yo, and the best thing ever is when you could edit the playlist.
Yeah,
and you could select the songs that you wanted to hear.
Yeah. Okay. So they must not be rocking with these bands anymore, because just listen to how hip hop. Okay, so here it is from Anderson .Paak to Young Thug, everything in between. So A$AP Ferg, A$AP Rocky, Burner, who's from the Taylor Gang.
Please tell me ASAP Ferg got my joint is on there. I'm on a new level.
Nah, it's not.
It's a new song?
It's a new song.
Okay.
Pusha T, Conway, Fresh, Blackway, Cardi B.
Hold on, Machine on there?
Yeah, he's on the Burner track. He's featured on that. It's called Loose Lips.
Boom, 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 boom.
Denzel Curry, Designer, Flatbush Zombies, Internet James, J-Rock, Win.
Win.
Yes.
Everything else. Win. Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
That's becoming my favorite joint of the year.
Jazz hit me maybe at the beginning of this week, end of last week. It said J-Rock. She was like, yeah, okay, I get it. She was like, yeah.
That joint goes so hard.
Yeah, no, it's tough, man. He did his thing. Shout out to J-Rock.
And he got the ill videos too.
Yeah. Kamaya featuring Schoolboy Q, Lil Baby, Lil Skies, Migos twice, Nick Grant, that's dope. Nori and Fat Joe, Post Malone, Pusha T, if you know, you know.
Oh, nice.
That's tough. Slim Jimmy from Ray Schmurd, TIP, T Grizzly, Lil Yachty, YG's Big Bank that features 2 Chainz, Big Sean, and Nicki, Yo Gotti, Young M.A., and Young Thug. So, I mean, everything from Anderson to Young Thug.
No, I'm laughing, Young M.A., man, because I forgot what episode that was, but that's one of the greatest moments ever.
People, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna find that joint.
Please don't.
No.
So here we are now, man.
No, that's crazy though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice that they mix some in. Like, I wish we could. Like, come on, man. Like that's our goal in life, right? Is to come up with the Madden soundtrack.
Look at me. I mean, it's your boy Philmatic.
Yeah, like
Davis backwards.
Yeah, we would have thrown some gems in there. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually make a Madden soundtrack.
It's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna make a Madden soundtrack, and we'll follow the same format they do. But we come on, man. And I know some of this is like favors for favors. Some of these guys that are up here, stuff like that. But our joint would have been dope.
Yeah, MOP.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But no, there's some joints. If you know, you know. That's definitely a joint I wouldn't mind hearing. Win again, we got excited about that one. Yeah, Migos. I'm like, man, like Stir Fry needed to live somewhere. Maybe I think Stir Fry is probably gonna be on 2K19.
It gotta be on 2K.
It's gotta be on, right?
But Walk It Like I Talk It?
Right. Yeah, right.
Talk it.
Yeah.
I know why that's probably not on there.
Right.
You gotta get up.
Oh, you gotta get those universal numbers up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, they got a lot of Universal artists on there.
Yeah, they do.
Chains is on there,
but that one,
yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta pay for that one.
There's a different type of level on that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm excited for the game. What about you, man? I know in recent years you've kind of fell back from it a little bit.
Man, my schedules is so crazy these days. Full-time fathering, full-time husbanding. Work, the show, it's hard to, like, right now is the time I'm supposed to be digital thugging. Like, I should be crushing somebody's fucking skull with a Murcia Largo on Grand Theft Auto. Like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I should be running a nightclub on Grand Theft. And no, man, I'm doing TPS reports and like, it's just like,
I understand.
So, like, but no, I've made a concerted effort. 3 games I will be playing the hell out of this season.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely will be playing 2K19.
You're on a mission. Tell people why you're on a mission.
Oh, I'm on a mission
to rise to the top.
See, in 2K18 they doing me greasy, man. With my 99 ranking.
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
How far have you gotten?
I am at 90. I haven't played. I just started playing again recently. I hadn't played in like a month, and I started playing again. I'm at 90, but
I mean, you have to be an official loser to get a 99. Let's be honest.
You're a professional gamer, Like it's extremely difficult.
Tomato.
Like you get, yeah, that's kind of one thing, but yeah, but I am on pace to average a triple double in the season. So my creative player, so he's doing his thing. But anyway, 2K19 I will play.
Yeah.
Of course, Madden 19.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, as Vaughn alluded to, WWE 2K19, the deluxe granddaddy edition will feature Ric Flair collectibles.
I ain't dead yet.
Oh yeah, I ain't dead yet, pack. They're giving away they'll feature posters with a piece of the real Ric Flair robe.
Oh,
but there's Ric Flair bobbleheads in the box. You get all his downloads. You can run through his career, Starcade 83. So you get Charlotte Flair collectibles. So you know me. You know I'm a wrestling dude, and Rick is my guy. Probably only Jerry Rice and Jordan come before Rick, yo.
Yeah.
That's the pantheon, yo.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's where it is with Rick. So I'm all about that. I already reserved it. Soon as I found out he was on there, I made a beeline, which actually makes no fucking sense when you think about it, because you gotta go straight and you gotta curl and you gotta curl again instead of it should be an eye line, but that's a whole nother thing. So I made an eye line to GameStop and reserved my my Woo package. Pause.
There you go.
Yeah, that got me hype.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been hyped for a video game in quite some time, yo.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so.
They already ruined Madden by putting Owens on the Hall of Fame package in the wrong uniform.
Yeah.
So I already got to throw a sticker over that.
That was a political thing, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, from a marketing standpoint, you got to go with the team in Dallas.
Yeah.
But we know where it all started at.
We're happy with AB being on there. We're not scared that he's going to be.
I'm nervous. I mean, when our fantasy draft come up, that is in the back of my mind.
I'm like, is the curse real in your eyes? Yes or no?
Yeah, man.
I think it is. I mean, Gronk, he gets hurt every year, so you can't count him.
Yeah, he's always hurt, but he didn't play in the Super Bowl that year and they won.
Is that right?
No, hold on. He was on this past one, right?
Brady was on the last one. Gronk was on the one before that.
Yeah. So they didn't play in the Super Bowl and he won.
He didn't play in the Falcons Super Bowl.
No.
That's reason 1005 why the Falcons stink.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
They came back and beat those dudes from 25 down without Gronk.
Without Gronk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but yeah.
Sorry, Falcons fans. That's
all two of y'all.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. So we're happy with that though. AB's on there. Hopefully he'll
if he's at number 4 when I draft.
Yeah.
He will be picked, and I just gotta.
There's a lot of pressure on you. We have not had someone repeat as champion, and it speaks to
that's pretty dope of
the level of competition in our league.
What year is this? This is year what, 13?
So this will be 13. This will be 11 as a cash league. So the first 2 years we don't really. So we've had 10 champions and we've had 11 champions. So yeah, so we have not had any repeats. You're right in there.
Did I come the closest to repeating?
Last year and this year?
Yeah. Damn.
He played in the championship last year and he returned and won.
Yeah.
Redemption song,
yeah. Win. Fuck everything else. No, I'm trying to do it, man. I'm trying to do it for Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, you got to, man. I mean, you see who's on your shirt?
No doubt.
Baby.
Goat.
So yeah, we're cool with Madden. We're cool with the soundtrack. I mean, it could only be but so good, you know. If rap was real, we would be making the soundtrack maybe one day.
Holla at us.
We're gonna just take a moment here and play another joint just real quick. This is a track from someone that we are very interested in speaking to very soon, and we're hoping that this happens soon. This is Before You Know It by Redcoat the Poet.
Dope.
Dope. So again, Before You Know It by Redcoat the Poet. Salute to Davis. Salute to Alexis. We got some business that we're gonna put down with them. Salute to that whole organization.
Yes.
Vintage Babies. Looking forward to Drez. Yeah. Got some people over there, man. Looking forward to breaking bread with them a lot more in the future. Again, look out for him. He's on all streaming services. Apple, Tidal, wherever you get your streams at. Check out Redcoat the Poet. Filmatic, as we head towards the end of this episode here, man, there's a few things that we want to make people aware of.
Absolutely,
you being the on the couch aficionado.
Yeah, man.
You know me, man. You know what it takes.
Wait and see vibe.
You know what it takes for me to actually take a recommendation and for me to go with it.
Papa Slow Eyes.
I know when you tell me to look at something, I probably should, and I normally do, but it's just in due time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how long? Because we're 8 episodes in on HBO Succession.
7 or 8, I believe. 8 is coming up this weekend.
Okay. With that being the case, should I watch this show now or right now?
You should have been watching the show. You need to end this show.
Remember the 8 episodes of Billions that I've watched already have replaced this, because if I didn't watch Billions, I could have watched 8 episodes.
It took you 3 years to watch Billions. You're on season 1, my G. We can't even talk about it because you haven't even watched the shit yet.
I know, but by the time the NFL season rolls around, my goal is to get through my summer viewing, and Billions is on the list, and so is Succession. You're saying that I should stop watching Billions and watch Succession right now?
I'm telling. This is what I'm telling you. Finish your breakfast.
If it wasn't me, and someone had this dilemma where they're 8 episodes in on Billions season 1. And then there's Succession there. Which would you tell them to do?
No, I would tell you to finish Billions. Finish your breakfast over there. But if you hadn't started Billions, and you were saying which one should I would tell you to watch Succession first.
Okay.
I believe it to be the grown man version of Billions. Like, Billions is a great show. It's one of the best shows on TV. This is a different degree of homicide. You know what I mean? This is grown man out. All right. Just to give you an example, and this isn't a spoiler alert or anything. On Billions, Axe, the main character, he was able to get the governor on the phone and everything. On Billions, the main character got the president on the phone. So
on Succession.
Yeah, on Succession.
Okay. All right.
So it's just a different level, because like one of the things that I heard, I believe it was Bomani Jones said it. He was like, when you start getting money, it really just lets you know how much money other people have, how much more money other people have.
Sure.
Then I heard the creator of Billions say, like, there's levels of billionaires, like, being broke, like, you're a billionaire, it's all good, you there. But within billionaires, there's, he's only got 1 billion, I have 10 billion. It's a totally different ballpark. Sure. To them, it's the same dude to a dude that's worth, $1 million, and the dude that's worth, 50 million. That's the cavernous disparity between the two. So yeah, when you start to see, Billions shows you in some degrees those levels. This just shows you like what old money feels like and how new money tries to conquer it.
Okay.
It's a dope show that I really
I mean, it
thoroughly
had to be an
enjoyed.
HBO.
Yeah,
Other than
HBO.
Westworld, all of the big HBO series of the last few decades, I've been enjoying.
I wasn't fooling with that, and then somebody whose opinion I truly respect said, "Yo, you got to check this out." And we watched the first 8 episodes like in a row one day. Like we just went in and we was like, "Yeah, it's still a little out there, but it's extremely entertaining." And we got caught up in some other stuff, and we going to go back to it. I
Okay.
believe Luke Cage dropped, and then that's when we went into that. I hadn't gotten back to it, but yeah,
You're saying Succession is a better show than Power when Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is a guest on Power this upcoming episode. You're telling me Succession is still better than Power?
The What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama is a better.
Dr. Randy Watson.
Yeah, man. Yo, I've said it. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Power is extremely entertaining,
right?
But it's it's I'll eat. I love cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks are delicious, but it's not filet mignon. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm with you.
And this Power is a cheesesteak. And so
that's a good analogy. I like that. I can agree. I can agree with that.
Yeah. Greasy is not good for you. But you enjoy the shit out of it. You know what I mean?
So, all right, Succession, definitely getting the thumbs up from Philmatic. K Dot on Power, we're looking forward to hearing, of course.
What voice is he going to use?
He's probably going to use Alien Voice 37.
Got it.
We'll see. Or he may just play it cool and just like, we'll see.
Is he going to be Kendrick Lamar? Or is he going to be...
Yeah, he's going to be some street smart guy, I think.
Does he get killed? Does Ghost kill him and get away with it?
No, you can't kill Compton's human sacrifice on TV like that. That's not possible.
But if he's a good kid in the Mad City and Ghost is the maddest of them all.
Well, I hope he's not trying to be a New Yorker. That would be blasphemy.
Yeah, I hope they make him from California because that would
be blasphemy.
That's always the worst when they put somebody like when it's clear, like when
Snoop.
they have people. Yeah, they be having them from Boston and you be like, no accent about them.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. Rest in Power, the Trayvon Martin story is something that we talked about on the show. There's a trailer out now. Black Thought is the narrator throughout that. It's just a story that we've been following very closely since it happened back in 2012, and here we are. And there's still just a lack of resolve to the tragedy that a lot of us still feel. But his story is something that can be an inspiration to people, I think, and it definitely is a definition of the times that we live in. And as a tribute to the strength of his parents and what they've been able to do on the front lines of making awareness for situations like this. Here we are with a docuseries that was executive produced by Jay-Z and is going to be premiering on the Paramount Network. But of course,
I believe it's simulcast on BET as well.
BET.
I believe.
But all in all, I know you were saying you're going to have some difficulty trying to get through it. I think you have a tremendous amount of respect for the life of this young man. And,
absolutely.
Again, respect for the strength of his parents and the situation and a lot of the different families and loved ones that have been affected by, this epidemic in America that we see happening all the time. It's going to be tough to get through this one, Phil. But
no doubt, man. I feel like I owe it to them out of respect for what they went through and out of respect for his life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I owe it to them to watch it.
to be educated about it a little bit more, and then
Yeah.
also just it's more of like a support type of thing too.
I
It'll be
can't
tough.
tell you that the eyes won't sweat though watching it, because even now, it was extremely hard for me to watch the Khalif Browder thing, and I never fully got all the way through it. It was just difficult because the situation.
And I thought it was well produced. I thought
It was in the champ. She watched the whole thing, and it's just an extremely difficult thing because it's reliving it all over again, and I feel again, but I just feel like it was just it's such an important thing that happened in our country that I feel like I just owe it to them to at least, if it's almost, I feel like it's like a way of me paying my respects. Like,
I agree.
So I will tune in and I will support it, but it won't be easy because it felt like, it felt like I lost somebody close to me, like, and then having to relive it, it has to be incredibly difficult for his family every time, and then that motherfucker's still walking around, man. Yeah. It's not right.
Streets is dead.
Yeah, man. Like I be talking shit about a lot of people on the show, and say, oh, I hate that guy or I hate this guy, and it's it's for something that I don't like that they did, or not a fan of or whatever. But there's nobody that I hate more with all my soul than George Zimmerman, man. Just the smugness. I even there's a guy at my job that kind of looks like him, and I don't even like that motherfucker.
He just gonna get stole off on your last day.
No, I know.
Your last day, you just gonna still do.
I promise you, I saw him, and I was like, I was in the car, and I was like, look, he doesn't work in my building. There's 3 buildings all together at the place that shall not be named. And he was coming out I was picking the champ up, and he was coming out the building, and I looked, and I kind of looked, and I was like, yo, and ever since, I don't know, dude. Yo, he might be the nicest human being in the world. I don't like that motherfucker.
You don't catch those hands on your last day.
No, man. If you've seen him, you'd be like, yo, he does man. Like him. Yeah, and it's that's unfortunate. He has. Yeah, I know, because I'm sure I can't be the only one that thinks he looks like George Zimmerman. So yeah.
I hope he doesn't take a vacation to Florida anytime soon.
No, I just hope he doesn't get mistaken and get fucked up, because he might. If he ever shaved, he just need to get a goatee and all that shit. So nobody mistake him.
Now, we talked about J-Rock's Redemption being in your rotation. You went through the Clips discography. You've been listening to some Sky Zoo.
Yeah, man.
He's got a lot of projects that you can throw in there, but
great debaters.
Kyo
versus JJ.
You can just put them all into a playlist and just shuffle and go through. But Chance's new 4 tracks, man. We didn't get an album.
Yeah, that's like an EP though. Yeah, that's a legit EP.
It's a good EP.
Yeah. The song We Might Need, I Might Need Security, yo, that joint, like I just really felt that felt my soul, man. Like
some energy on there.
That's theme music. But yeah, I'm a fan of Chance Tebow, as we like to call him. You know, I like what the kid is doing. He has some bars from Rahm Manuel in there. I love that. He sounded like he won it a little bit. He sounded like he won one of them top spots.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to what he has the Kanye energy to me. He has like the college dropout energy. Like when I hear him, that's what I get that same kind of feeling, like that hunger in knowing that you're supremely talented and that you're just about to make some real dope shit.
Yeah.
That's what I get. It's not all the way at the level of Kanye just because his production was so incredible at the time, and he was producing for other people at the time. So you were getting little snippets of what the album might be just based on what he was producing and doing with other people. But I get that. I get those same kind of feels. I don't know if it's the Chicago or if it's just, that similarity
The
in,
influence is there for sure.
yeah.
Too. I mean, besides all of his talents, you could tell he definitely, like you said, he's a progeny of that whole just old Kanye, that the soulfulness, the honesty.
Yeah, I think that's more what it is than anything. It's the honesty. Like when I hear his music, it doesn't seem forced. It doesn't seem it feels like
talks about his daughter, his lady, like
yeah.
how that's like the most important parts of his life, and like there's some things that you can relate to, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to see what actually comes out from this. It was unexpected for him just to drop this. But as we've been saying before, he's so deeply entrenched in the Apple infrastructure that he can just do what he wants.
Is he gonna break out number 4 hats?
I doubt it. Yeah,
No
that would be
hats?
interesting if he did. Yeah, that would be interesting if he did. As we head towards the end of the show, man, just wanted to give a shout to, again, everybody that's listening to us. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. We're excited again, of course, to be able to speak to you here, get some topics off our chest. If there's anything that you'd like for us to cover, anything that you'd like to tell us about what we've covered so far, any guests that would like to make their way on to Tissue and the Tape, please get in contact with Phil and I. You can get in contact with us at business at tissueandthetape.com. You can also do that at tissueandthetape@gmail.com, or you can just add us, Philmatic365 on Twitter and on Instagram, and then also Davis Backwards on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, man. And if you want to send us some shit, we'll gladly receive it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we've got some of our best guests. They just found us and then they sent us stuff. So again, everybody from Precise, Cahill,
King Shamps,
Jamil Honesty,
no doubt.
So yeah, it's been.
Yo, what you listening to right now? You have
See, I'm a little different. So,
but no, what? What you been listening to?
Nah, nothing crazy. But close.
The Surf Nerd Monsters.
Not quite. Nah, I've really been in my Arctic Monkeys bag here lately. I was listening to a lot of Jodeci over the past couple of days. Don't ask me why.
I won't.
So those are the two discographies I've probably been going through the most: Arctic Monkeys and.
Oh man, you might be wearing the number 3 hat.
That's funny. But if you wear hats, then you don't have to wear hats like that.
Bars.
But who wears hats these days?
Not us.
I recently got into the Mickey Facts. I said, yo, despite some of the sound quality on it, the bars are still there. So salute to him for that. And then, you know how we are, man. We just make playlists, just random playlists about stuff. So I've been making a lot of playlists here lately. Made a dope Ruck verse Sean P joint.
Yeah, that joint is crazy. The Most Def joint.
Yeah, Most Def joint. Been knocking out a little bit. Is like when you really think about like what Most has been able to do. I started off with the collaborations, and then I went into Black Star, and then I went into his solo efforts, and then went back into some of the forgotten gems like Let It Go from Separate but Equal. He definitely did his thing on that.
My joint is the Ski joint. With Joel and Jean Grey.
Yeah. So that, and then Scorpion doesn't really get that much play. Oh, you know what else I've been listening to that was dope? No Worries. Their joint, Yes Lord. It's Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. That joint is
Anderson .Paak, man.
Yeah, he's a talented dude, man.
Yeah, man.
But no, that joint is crack. I would recommend if you have
no
not
worries.
Heard that,
I'll rock with that.
Yeah, if you have not heard that, if you just aren't that familiar with Anderson .Paak, go listen to Compton, go listen to Malibu, go listen to No Worries. And then he has a couple new singles. I think he's making his run back out here again, so he'll be ready for next year's festivals. And I mean, he's such a talented artist. Had a chance to see him at South by Southwest a couple years ago.
Showed up on the West Side Gun album.
Yeah,
he got a couple joints with Rhapsody.
Yeah, him
and Rhapsody have great chemistry.
They have great chemistry for sure. 2 a.m. and then Nobody. And he's on what's the joint?
Oh, you gonna make me think. It's too late, yo.
Sorry, people. We gotta get Nobody, and then Ooh-Wee.
Ooh-Wee, yeah.
That's
from the EP.
Yes, sir.
Ooh-Wee.
And she threw that on the end of Layla's Wisdom too.
Yep.
So again, salute to everybody that we've spoken about on this show. Salute to everybody that's listening to us now. And on that note, man, Philmatic, take us out with the fader.
Okay, gang. Definitely shout out to all the people, man. Getting a lot of great feedback on the shows. Keep it coming. Keep letting us know what you like, what you don't like. Remember what I said though. And on that note, man, you know how it is. Work for the money, live for the love, die for what you believe in. This is Tissue on the Tape. Please respect heat holders.